going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Underestimated Podcast. It's your host, Jeremy Orr, back with another episode. Today's episode, we are going to be diving into something that I pretty much deem as something I put out on the podcast pretty annually, every year. One of the most exciting times of the year for football fans, me included, is the NFL Draft. NFL Draft is about a month away. I think it's like April 27th. So about a month and a week away. Obviously some exciting times right now. You got March Madness going on, which I will be diving into day 2 of March Madness right after I get this episode. But this is going to be my 2025 NFL mock draft. I think I've done this every year since I started the pod. So this is my second one, I believe. This is going to be a very interesting draft. Probably one of the most interesting drafts, or more so like unpredictable, that we've had in quite some time. And y'all probably can't see, but I got my Love for DeMar t-shirt. I always try to replicate some sort of league or sport paraphernalia memorabilia when I do episodes. So I thought the DeMar thing would tie into it pretty nicely. Let's dive straight into it. So the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft will be selected by the Tennessee Titans. Now, most mock drafts see them getting a new quarterback like Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders to, be the new intention for the franchise quarterback, replacing Will Levis. Some see them restructuring the defense and getting a cornerstone player in Abdul Carter. And then there's my take, right? Whether it's Shedeur, Cam, Abdul, or Travis, I don't think they should lose sleep on selecting any of those 4 guys. But me personally, I feel like, all things considered, Travis Hunter is the best player in the 2025 NFL Draft class. And regardless of which NFL team is here selecting first overall, I just don't see how you pass up on Travis Hunter, regardless of what your team needs. Every single team needs a Travis Hunter, because you have to also take into account that Travis is pretty much allocated to 2 roster spots instead of 1, because he's expected to play wide receiver and DB in the league. And so that brings a different aspect into it, as opposed to everybody else who is expected to be one solely position. I mean, Travis Hunter is, when you look at it, like everyone else, Shedeur is a quarterback, Cam Ward is a quarterback, Abdul Carter is an edge, Teteroy McMillan, wide receiver. A lot of things that you see, they have Travis Hunter labeled as ATH, which is athlete. Like, come on. So, I mean, all that being said, with the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I believe the Tennessee Titans should kind of give Will Levis a little more time, give him a stud wide receiver in Travis Hunter, and also enhance their defense by getting a lockdown corner and also Travis Hunter. I mean, Travis Hunter is an electrifying 2-way star, obviously from Colorado, with a rare talent capable of excelling as both a wide receiver and a cornerback. I mean, he provides the Titans with a game-changing, playmaking ability on either side of the ball. And, his final season at Colorado, he solidified his status as a generational prospect, recording 85 receptions for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, while also making a significant impact defensively with 4 interceptions. 12 pass breakups, and 45 tackles. Over his collegiate career, amassed he amassed over 2,000 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns, while also recording 8 career interceptions and more than 25 pass breakups. A two-time first-team All Pac-12 selection and the 2024 Paul Hornung Award winner for the nation's most versatile player. And he's also the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Hunter enters the NFL with a resume few can match. For the Titans, his addition addresses multiple needs, whether it's an elite playmaker for Will Levis in the passing game or a shutdown corner in a secondary that has struggled in recent years. Regardless of where he lines up, Hunter's dynamic ability and rare athleticism makes him the kind of franchise-altering player Tennessee has been searching for. And so, is Travis going to save the Titans? No. I don't think the addition of Travis makes them a playoff team. They are still 3 to 4, I'd say, pieces away from playoff contention, and not just that, but a deep playoff run. And they're in the tougher conference in the NFL, the AFC. So everybody is trying to do what they can to build a roster of committee to get past Patrick Mahomes. And they certainly don't have the quarterback to do it. But when you look at it like that, despite how great Shedeur and Cam are, they're not Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to be quarterbacks that are going to be what you need. They can be a step in the right direction, a progressive pick to get you past Patrick Mahomes, but them by themselves is not going to push you past Patrick Mahomes, and neither does Travis Hunter. Like I said, I just don't see how you would pass up on Travis Hunter. I know a lot of mock drafts have him going to the Giants at 3 or to the Patriots, I think, at either like 4 or 6, something like that. I mean, I got the list here, but we'll see. But I don't see how you pass upon him as the first overall pick. All right, next team in line, we have the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are an absolute mess. That organization has a lot of years to put under their belt until they could even smell the playoffs again. My take on this is a bit interesting. I've seen some, very little, but I've seen some mock drafts kind of side with me. Most teams believe that they should go quarterback, whether it be Shedeur or Cam. Also, I'm not in agreement with that either. They just signed Myles Garrett, extended him for a couple more years, making him, I think, at the time it was the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. But you also paid someone in Deshaun Watson a boatload of money, who, despite the fact that he went to Clemson, and as much as I dislike Clemson, Deshaun's a great player. And when healthy, is one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. So I don't think they should be out on Deshaun Watson, because I mean I don't believe he's a backup. Certainly don't believe that. So I just don't see why you waste a pick on a quarterback. Now if it's a sort of a thing like a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers type situation, or Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love situation, where you kind of are still kind of zoned in on your guy that's currently at the helm, but you're just getting someone to be that eventual successor at some point, that is different. But I think they would, draft one of those guys because I don't see why you would bench or sit Cam or Shador right now either. So I say just scratch the whole thing together, and that's why I am saying that you give Myles Garrett a counterpart on the front line, on the D line, and you draft Abdul Carter, edge out of Penn State. I mean, Abdul is super explosive. He's a dominant pass rushing force, brings a unique blend of speed, power, and versatility to Cleveland's defensive front. In his final season at Penn State, Carter terrorized opposing quarterbacks, racking up 13 and a half sacks, 20 tackles for loss, and 65 total tackles, proving himself as one of the most disruptive defenders in college football. Over his collegiate career, he accumulated over 30 sacks and 50 tackles for loss, earning multiple All-Big Ten honors and ensuring at a finalist for the Bednarik Award. His relentless motor and ability to generate pressure from various alignments make him a perfect fit for the Cleveland defensive scheme, where he can pair with Myles Garrett to form one of the most feared pass rushing duos in the league. With the Browns looking to stay competitive in a stacked AFC North, adding a dynamic pass rusher like Carter ensures that they can consistently attack opposing quarterbacks and maintain their defensive dominance. I think Abdul Carter I think he's been battling like either an ankle or a knee injury throughout the course of the year. So you're not even drafting him at 100%. Hopefully, he gets the offseason up under his belt, and then, he comes back the first game if they play him preseason, 100%. But man, that could be scary, And a quarterback is lining up. He checks his first read. You see Myles Garrett over there. Check your second read, and then you got Abdul on the other side. If y'all saw me just talk about South Carolina in the last episode about how they had a bittersweet but promising season this previous college football season, I talked about how I hated watching Penn State play and how I thought they could have been left off the NCAA college football playoff. But one of the most exciting things about that team was their defense. And who was at the lead of that charge? Abdul Carter. And I think what him and Myles Garrett's still young. Myles Garrett, I don't think he's even 30 yet. And so you add Abdul Carter to that, and I think, like I said, they're still probably 3 to 4 pieces away. But this is a big step in the right direction for them, I feel. And like I said, you give Deshaun more time. It's not just Deshaun. You got to give Deshaun more weapons. I think Amari Cooper is still there. Stephon Diggs is still waiting for his new home. There's a lot of things you can do here. But I think, as of right now, I think you should go Abdul Carter. Let's see what number 3 has to offer. Now, it is a total of, 32 picks that we're going to be covering here. I'm just doing round 1. I'm not doing all, like 7 rounds, whatever. But this third overall pick was the pick that gave me a headache. Like, this was the pick that I fully dissected the most, to where I was like, Lord, I have no idea as to where I want to go with this pick. I even thought about a scenario, a wild scenario. I'd like to have a little fun where I just, I put together some sort of a mock trade where Shador and Travis end up teammates once again in the NFL, which could happen regardless. Not saying like on draft night, but like throughout the course of their careers, they could eventually be teammates. But not in this regard. So obviously, the New York Giants need. Well, I mean, they need way more than just a quarterback, but that's probably the position that they are looking to kind of emphasize right now at the moment. They're kind of prioritizing that right now more so than anything. And so I just kept thinking, like, all right, Sanders to Neighbors, Ward to Neighbors, Dart to Neighbors, Milroe to Neighbors. Something about this, and maybe it's just the person that we're talking about, but like the team fit, right? Not just that, but the city. I feel like matters a lot more than we think, because I feel like from a persona standpoint, you gotta have somebody like Shedeur Sanders in a big market, as opposed to somebody like Cam, who's more nonchalant, chill, laid back, which is a place like Miami for him, as the way he went to school. He needs to be in one of those more like mid-major, like mid-level markets, to where he can just be Cam. But you know, I took a shot in the dark here. So, with the third pick in the new with the third pick in the NFL 2025 NFL draft, I have the New York Giants selecting Cam Ward, quarterback out of Miami. Like I said, man, I think the New York Jets make a bold move to secure their future, at quarterback by selecting Cam Ward. After transferring from Washington State to Miami, Cam Ward took his game to another level. I mean, showcasing his arm talent, which is elite, mobility, and decision making against top tier competition. In his final collegiate season, he threw for 3,900 yards, 35 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions, while adding 450 rushing yards and 6 scores on the ground. Across his collegiate career, Ward eclipsed 12,000 passing yards and 100 touchdown passes, solidifying himself as one of the most prolific passers in recent years. A two-time All-ACC selection, and a finalist for the Davey O'Brien Award, Ward possesses the dual threat ability and deep ball accuracy that modern NFL offenses covet. For the Giants, this selection signals the end of the Daniel Jones era, as he signed to the Colts, I think, and the beginning of a chapter under center. And Ward's ability to extend plays and push the ball downfield gives New York an offensive identity that they have sorely lacked, and making them, or really making him, the perfect quarterback to lead their rebuild and compete in the NFC East for years to come. Now you got to get the boys some help. I mean, looking at this depth chart that they have, looks like they'll have an offense that consists of, skill position wise, as of right now, Cam, Devin Singletary, Neighbors, Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Darius Slayton. And the line that they have is not horrible. I think you go out and get an upgrade at center and right guard. That line is pretty solid. I mean, you got Andrew Thomas, you got John Runyon, and Evan Neal. So, now granted, they were a 3-win team this past season. You draft Cam Ward, I think that probably gets you to about, say, 7 wins now, which obviously is not going to be enough to get you a playoff spot, but it brings you about roughly 3 wins from that. And so, that team that we're used to accustomed seeing from years ago, like Odell and Daniel Jones and what says he would be Eli, and y'all get it though. Daniel Jones is gone. Saquon is gone. Like they're in full rebuild mode, and everybody's saying that Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft. I personally do not agree with that take. Although I love Cam, and I think it's gonna be great in this league. And I'm a fan. I just don't think he's the best. I think he's number 2 behind Shador. But I think just all things considered, I like this move. It's bold, and it's a bit skeptical for me, but I like it. Oh man, now with the 4th pick. This is interesting. The 4 and 13 New England Patriots are on the clock. Where did it go? Obviously, the Belichick era is over. He is now the head coach at North Carolina. Obviously, Brady's gone. You know, they are trying to get back to supremacy. They haven't been there in a minute. Mac Jones is also gone. Mac Jones, I believe, is a 49er now, going to back up Brock Purdy. You got Drake May, your quarterback of the future. Just signed Josh Dobbs to come back up for him. And not to mention that they also have Joe Milton, who I think is a very slept-on quarterback. Even though I feel like his ceiling in the NFL will be, at best, a perennial backup QB. I think in about, say, 4 to 5 seasons, any team would have loved to be welcoming to have Joe Milton as their backup quarterback, because the dude can play. But looking at this team, you got on offense Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, and that's about it. But although they could go receiver here, that's why a lot of people had them going with Travis Hunter. I'm gonna say you wait it out. You got Mac Hollins here. You got Kendrick Bourne. You got Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. But that line, outside of Garrett Bradbury and Morgan Moses, got to fix that. Which is why I have them going with Will Campbell, the best lineman in this draft from LSU. I think New England. Why do I keep saying New England? New England takes a foundational step in rebuilding their offense by selecting Will Campbell, the dominant offensive tackle from LSU, with the 4th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Campbell has been a force in the trenches since his freshman year, starting every game for the Tigers and establishing himself as one of the premier left tackles in college football. In his final season at LSU, he allowed just 1 sack while anchoring an offensive line that helped produce one of the most explosive offenses in the nation. Over his collegiate career, Campbell earned multiple All-SEC selections and was named a consensus All-American in 2024. For the Patriots, this pick is all about securing their future up front with uncertainty that you get a quarterback and a struggling offense. Campbell provides a much-needed cornerstone at left tackle, ensuring protection for whoever takes over under center. His combination of size, athleticism, and technical refinement makes him an instant starter, giving New England the stability that they need to build a foundational and functional competitive offense in the post-Bill Belichick era. Hand means the Patriots. It's the Patriot way. Obviously, Bill Belichick is gone, but I think people are still willing and enticed to go into play for the Patriots in Foxborough. Yeah, I don't think we can really sit on this pick. I think it's a great pick. You get Drake Mace some help on that front line. I think it's great. You know, you get you some respectable receivers in free agency, or you just wait till next year and get a guy out of the draft next year. I mean, it's all about, you know, the rebuild stages process, and this is a right step. You know, it's in the right direction for their process. If it's, I'm just gonna give it a buck with y'all. If it's not a top tier name brand player or just like an O lineman, like no disrespect to the O lineman, like they are important as well, but like I'm kind of just gonna breeze past it. 5 is Jacksonville. I have them selecting Mr. Mason Graham, D lineman from Michigan. So the Jacksonville Jaguars reinforced their defensive front by selecting Mason Graham, the dominant defensive lineman from Michigan, with the 5th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Graham has been a disruptive force in the trenches for the Wolverines, combining elite strength, technique, and explosiveness to control the line of scrimmage. In his final season at Michigan, he recorded 50 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 7.5 sacks, providing his ability to generate pressure while also excelling against the run. Over his collegiate career, he totaled over 120 tackles, 30 tackles for loss, and 15 sacks, earning multiple All-Big Ten honors and helped lead Michigan's defense to national prominence. For Jacksonville, Graham provides an immediate impact on the interior defensive line, complementing edge rushers like Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, who create a formidable front with him in addition. His ability to collapse the pocket and disrupt opposing offenses makes him an ideal fit for the Jaguars, who have been searching for a dominant presence in the middle. With Graham anchoring this defensive line, Jacksonville takes a significant step forward, building a defense capable of contending in the AFC for years to come. Honestly, I'm not going to spend too much time here. Jacksonville is right where they need to be. I feel like they're right there. Obviously, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, probably top 10, top 12, 13 for sure, maybe, in Trevor Lawrence. But you got to build that defense up. And it's pretty stacked, but Graham could probably help that out. Now we're at 6, where we have the Las Vegas Raiders selecting. Now, I've had this mindset for months now in terms of this draft. Do I believe this guy, because of his talent, should be this low? No. But I just think the fit is too perfect, whether it be for publicity, talent, scheme. I just think it's perfect. If you don't know what I mean by that by now, I have the Las Vegas Raiders selecting Mr. Shedeur Sanders at number 6, quarterback, obviously from Colorado. Primetime Deion Sanders' son and also younger brother of Shiloh Sanders, also from Colorado, safety. The Las Vegas Raiders secured their quarterback of the future by selecting Shedeur Sanders, a standout signal caller from Colorado, with the 6th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Sanders, the son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, elevated his game in his 2 seasons under his father's coaching at Colorado, showcasing his incredible poise, accuracy, and a knack for big-time plays. In his final season, Shedeur Sanders threw for 4,200 yards, 38 touchdowns, and just 9 interceptions, earning first-team All-Pac-12 honors while leading the Buffaloes to a promising season. Over his collegiate career, he passed for over 8,500 yards and 70 touchdowns, setting numerous school records and establishing himself as one of the most consistent and talented quarterbacks in college football. Sanders' leadership, field vision, and accuracy makes him a perfect fit for the Raiders, who have struggled to find stability at the quarterback position in recent years. His ability to thrive under pressure and make downfield plays gives the Raiders a dynamic passer to pair with the development of their offensive weapons, with the potential to lead Las Vegas for the next decade. Sanders represents a new era for the franchise. Obviously, we know Tom Brady is part owner of the Raiders at this point, and he, like Shedeur said, he considers Tom Brady his uncle. And I think if you're a quarterback, obviously Tom Brady's going to have some physical input in what Shedeur does on the field. Who better to mentor you to Tom Brady? I think it's perfect. I just like even if the Raiders have to trade up to get Shador, like I think it's perfect. And he's Mister, hold the wrists up, hold up, you know what I'm saying, show the watch, Mister Bling Blow. Um, and what better aura matching fit for Shador would be rather than Las Vegas? Like it's perfect. I just don't see how you go against it. With the seventh pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the New York Jets selecting Armand Membois, O-line from Missouri. The New York Jets addressed their most pressing need by selecting Armand Membois, the dominant offensive lineman from Missouri, with the seventh pick overall in the 2025 NFL Draft. Membois, known for his powerful presence and exceptional technique, has been a rock for the Tigers' offensive line throughout his collegiate career. In his final season, he allowed only one sack and was a key contributor to Missouri's strong rushing attack and efficient passing game. Over his collegiate career, Membois earned multiple All-SEC honors and was named the consensus All-American in 2024. His ability to excel in both the run and pass games make him one of the most complete offensive linemen in his draft class. For the Jets, selecting Membois addresses a critical need to protect their young quarterback, whether it's Justin Fields, which is going to be Justin Fields, Myles Garrett, and Micah Parsons still being in the NFL and doing great things. Membois ensures better protection for the quarterback and opens up more running lanes for Breece Hall. His immediate impact on the offensive line will help the Jets, continue building a foundation for a long-term successor, making him an ideal fit for their system. With the eighth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State. The Carolina Panthers make a strategic move to enhance their offense by selecting Tyler Warren, the dynamic tight end from Penn State, with the 8th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Warren has been a reliable and explosive weapon for the Nittany Lions, excelling as both a blocker and a pass catcher. In his final season, he recorded 70 receptions for 900 yards and 10 touchdowns, providing a consistent target in the red zone and a strong presence in the middle of the field. Over his collegiate career, Warren accumulated over 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns, showcasing his ability to create mismatches with his size and athleticism. A two-time first-team All-Big Ten selection, Warren has proven himself as one of the premier tight ends in college football, and his versatility makes him an ideal fit in today's NFL. For the Panthers, this pick addresses a need for a reliable weapon for young quarterback Bryce Young, giving him a versatile target who can dominate both in line as a pass blocker and out wide as a receiving threat. Warren's skill provides an instant upgrade to Carolina's offense, helping to improve both the passing game and the ground attack. With his combination of size, speed, and an ability to create separation, Warren is exactly the type of playmaker the Panthers need to develop alongside their new franchise quarterback. Now with the 9th pick in the NFL Draft, I have the New Orleans Saints selecting one of my favorite players in this draft. Somebody that I wish my Seattle Seahawks could get at 16 or 18. But I don't believe he's going to fall that far. And, our receiving core is not what we had. We went from Metcalf, Lockett, and JSN to now JSN, Cooper Kupp, and MVS. I think can still be pretty good. But man, I wanted T-Mac on that offense in that blue and green, man. But T-Mac, I believe, is going to be a Saint. That offense is already stacked. You got Chris Olave. Obviously, you got Evan Kamara is there, Derek Carr is still there, and I believe it's Spencer Rattler, Jawan Johnson. But you need a receiver. So go get T-Mac, and I think that offense could be pretty scary next year. Because McMillan has been, he was a standout player for the Wildcats, combining, elite speed, route running ability, and just had a natural neck for making big plays. In his final season, McMillan totaled 90 receptions for 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns, proving to be one of the most dominant Wildcats of all time. And over his career at Arizona, he racked up over 3,500 receiving yards and 30 touchdowns, earning first-team All-Pac-12 honors in each of his final 2 seasons. McMillan's ability to stretch the field and create separation with his exceptional athleticism makes him an ideal weapon for the Saints' offense. With quarterback Derek Carr at the helm, adding McMillan gives New Orleans a deep threat and a reliable target to complement their existing receiving corps. His playmaking ability will help open up the field for the Saints' offense, giving Carr another weapon in the passing game to go along with Chris Olave and Juwan Johnson. McMillan's addition is a perfect fit for the Saints as they look to improve their offensive efficiency and contend for playoff spots in the NFC. All right, number 10, I had the Chicago Bears selecting Kelvin Banks Jr., O-line, Texas. The Chicago Bears make a crucial move to strengthen their offensive line by selecting Kelvin Banks Jr., the highly touted offensive tackle from Texas, with the 10th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Banks has been a standout for the Longhorns, known for his combination of size, power, and athleticism that allows him to dominate in both the running and passing game. In his final season at Texas, Banks allowed just 2 sacks while consistently opening up lanes for one of the top rushing attacks in college football. Over his college career, he earned multiple All-Big 12 honors and was a consensus All-American in 2024, solidifying his reputation as one of the best offensive linemen in the country. For the Bears, this pick addresses the team's most pressing need as they look to provide better protection for their quarterback, Caleb Williams, and improve their offensive line after struggling with consistency in recent seasons. Banks' ability to play both tackle positions with effectiveness and his interior pass blocking skills makes him an ideal fit for Chicago, where improving protection will be key to unleashing Williams' potential as a dual threat quarterback. Adding Banks gives the Bears the foundation they need to build a stronger, more balanced offense moving forward. I'm not going to sit too long on this pick. You got to get Caleb Williams some more help on their front line. I think he was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL last season, so obviously Kevin Banks will help them with that problem. They've already kind of addressed it in free agency, getting 2 or 3 dogs on their front line, but got to have 7 up there, so got to get more people. With the 11th pick in the NFL Draft, I have the San Francisco 49ers selecting Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State. The 49ers address a key need alongside their offensive line by selecting Josh Simmons, the elite offensive tackle from Ohio State, with the 11th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Simmons has been a dominant force for the Buckeyes, showcasing impressive technique, agility, and power at the tackle position. In his final season, he allowed just 1 sack while anchoring an offensive line that helped lead the nation in both rushing yards per game and passing protection efficiency. Over his collegiate career, Simmons earned multiple first-team All-Big 12, Big 10 honors, and was named the consensus All-American in 2024, further solidifying his status as one of the top offensive linemen in the draft. For the 49ers, this pick provides much-needed depth and long-term stability at the tackle position, with a high-powered offense centered around quarterback Brock Purdy and explosive rushing attack led by Christian McCaffrey. Simmons' ability to protect the quarterback and create running lanes with the central skill set of his makes him an immediate starter, helping to solidify the offensive line and ensure the success of the 49ers' dynamic offense for the next couple of years. You got to get Brock Purdy more help on the front line. I think this is a simple pick. But the 49ers got some work to do if they want to not fall off as bad as they look like they're about to fall off, because they lost some guys. Debo's gone. Bosa is gone. My bad. That's actually the wrong Bosa. Joey Bosa is on the Bills, not Nick. But they have lost a lot of key guys, so they got to do something very quick, or else they're going to be just like the Patriots and looking to get back to supremacy. So Now the 12th pick. This is pretty interesting, and I think it's obviously fitting. Is by America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. And a lot of people don't see him going this high in this draft. I don't see why not. I think with the 12th pick, they'll be selecting the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy Award, running back from Boise State, Ashton Jeanty. The Dallas Cowboys make a bold move by selecting Ashton Jeanty, the explosive running back from Boise State. Jeanty has been a dynamic player for the Broncos, combining exceptional speed, vision, and elusiveness to constantly break off big runs. In his final season at Boise State, he rushed for 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns, while also contributing in the passing game with 500 receiving yards and another 4 touchdowns. Over his collegiate career, Jeanty accumulated more than 4,000 total yards and 40 touchdowns, earning multiple first-team All-Mountain West honors and establishing himself as one of the top running backs in the country. For the Cowboys, Jeanty is the perfect complement to their high-powered offense, which has seen flashes of brilliance with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. While Tony Pollard has shown promise, Jeanty provides an immediate upgrade in the backfield with his ability to break tackles, contribute as a dual-threat back, and provide explosive plays. His versatile skill set fits seamlessly into the Cowboys' offensive scheme, and he can become the centerpiece of the running game, offering balance and additional playmaking ability to a team aiming for a deep playoff run. Obviously, Jeanty said he wants to stay home. He wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. I think he should make it happen. Jerry Jones is in a very bad place right now, and he needs to do something. He doesn't care, but he looks bad. He looks bad, and if he wants to actually fulfill his dream of winning the Super Bowl before he heads upstairs permanently, he probably needs to go get Ashton Jeanty. Tony Pollard is okay. I think Tony Pollard is actually a Charger now. He just let go of Zeke, so got to have somebody there, and he is obviously the best running back in this draft. With the 13th pick, I have the Miami Dolphins selecting Tyler Booker, guard, Alabama. The Miami Dolphins have make a crucial addition to their offensive line by selecting Tyler Booker, the powerful and versatile guard from Alabama, with the 13th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Booker has been a key piece for the Crimson Tide. Booker, who is known for his exceptional strength, ability, and agility to dominate both in the running game and as a pass protector. In his final season, Booker played a pivotal role in protecting Alabama's quarterback and creating running lanes for one of the SEC's top rushing attacks. He earned multiple All-SEC honors and was named a first-team All-American in 2024 for his outstanding play at guard. Over his collegiate career, Booker displayed remarkable consistency and leadership, making him one of the most sought-out after linemen in the draft. For the Dolphins, this pick addresses an ongoing need to improve their O-line and provide better protection for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. With a high-flying offense built around explosive playmakers like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, adding Booker to the interior line will ensure that Tua has more time to operate in the pocket and will enhance Miami's running game. Booker's ability to immediately contribute as a starter makes him a perfect fit to help the Dolphins take their offense to the next level and contend for championships in the coming years. Interesting pick right here. Indianapolis Colts 14. Will Johnson, DB Michigan. The Indianapolis Colts bolstered their defense with the selection of Will Johnson, the shutdown cornerback from Michigan, with the 14th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Johnson has been a key piece of Michigan's dominant secondary, known for his ability to blanket receivers and make game-changing plays. In his final season, he allowed fewer than 30 receiving yards per game and recorded 4 interceptions, showcasing his ball skills and coverage ability. Over his collegiate career, Johnson accumulated 10 interceptions and over 30 pass breakups, earning multiple Big Ten honors and being named a consistent All-American in 2024. His combination of size, speed, and elite cover ability makes him one of the top cornerbacks in this draft class. For the Colts, this pick addresses a significant need in the secondary, providing a top-tier cornerback to help defend against explosive offenses in the AFC South. Johnson's ability to match up against the league's top receivers at his physicality and press coverage will make him immediately a starter and a cornerstone of the Jets defense for years to come. With the 15th pick in the NFL draft, I had the Atlanta Falcons selecting Jalen Walker, edge, Georgia. The powerful and athletic edge rusher from Georgia, Jalen Walker, has been a standout for the Bulldogs, showcasing explosive pass rushing ability and a relentless motor that makes him a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. In his final season at Georgia, he recorded 10 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Over his collegiate career, Walker accumulated 25 sacks and 40 tackles for loss, cementing his place as one of the top defensive prospects in the country. His ability to rush the passer from multiple positions and his physicality against the run make him an ideal fit for the Falcons, who are looking to build a formidable front seven. Adding Walker provides a major boost to a defense that has struggled to generate consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. His edge rushing prowess will be vital in providing the Falcons' pass rush, helping to disrupt offenses and create a plethora of turnovers. With his high upside and immediate impact potential, Walker is the perfect player to help Atlanta's defense take the next step in becoming a playoff contender. With the 16th pick, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting Mykel Williams, edge, Georgia. Back-to-back edges from Georgia get selected, in my opinion. The Arizona Cardinals bolstered their defense by selecting Mykel Williams, the dominant edge rusher from Georgia. Williams has been a key component of Georgia's defense, known for his ability to disrupt both the passing and running game. In his final season with the Bulldogs, Williams recorded 8 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. Earning first-team All-SEC honors throughout his career, he amassed 18 sacks and 30 tackles for loss, showcasing a consistent ability to pressure the quarterback and create chaos in the backfield. Williams' combination of size, strength, and explosiveness make him a perfect fit for the Cardinals, who are looking to improve their pass rush and defensive front after struggling in those areas in recent years. His ability to line up at various spots along the defensive line and generate consistent pressure are crucial in elevating Arizona's defense. Adding Williams not only provides an immediate boost to the Cardinals' pass rush, but also helps in their long-term plan to rebuild a defense that can compete in the NFC West. With his high ceiling and potential to become a game changer, Williams will play a key role in the Cardinals' defensive resurgence. With the 17th pick, I had the Cincinnati Bengals selecting Shemar Stewart, edge, Texas A&M. The Cincinnati Bengals had a major piece to their defensive front by selecting Shemar Stewart, the powerful edge rusher from Texas A&M, with the 17th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Stewart has been a force for the Aggies, using his ability to blend his size at an elite level, his strength, and speed to dominate opposing offensive linemen. In his final season, he recorded 9.5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Over his collegiate career, Stewart totaled 22 sacks and 35 tackles for loss, proving himself as one of the most disruptive pass rushers in college football. His ability to set the edge against the run while also consistently pressuring quarterbacks makes him a perfect fit for the Bengals defense that needs to improve its pass rush alongside Trey Hendrickson, if he decides to come back. With Cincinnati looking to solidify its defensive front to better compete in the AFC, Stewart provides immediate impact potential and long-term upside. His relentless motor and ability to win with both power and finesse gives the Bengals a high-ceiling defender who can contribute from day one and help elevate their defense in a competitive AFC landscape. And with the 18th pick, I have my beloved Seattle Seahawks selecting Josh Connolly Jr., offensive tackle from Oregon. The Seattle Seahawks make a crucial investment in their offensive line by selecting Josh Connolly Jr., the athletic and technically sound offensive tackle from Oregon, with the 18th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Connolly has been a standout for the Ducks excelling in both pass protection and run blocking due to his elite footwork, strength, and agility. In his final season, he allowed just one sack and consistently graded as one of the top tackles in the Pac-12, earning first-team All-Pac-12 honors. Throughout his collegiate career, Connolly demonstrated his ability to anchor an offensive line, helping Oregon maintain one of the most efficient offenses in the country. For the Seahawks, this pick addresses a major need as they look to solidify their offensive line and provide better protection for their quarterback. Obviously, with that now being Sam Darnold, Geno Smith's successor, so to speak. Seattle has struggled with consistency up front, and Connolly's athleticism and versatility allow him to contribute immediately at either tackle position. His ability to handle speed rushers off the edge and create running lanes makes him a perfect fit for Seattle's balanced offensive attack. With this selection, the Seahawks take a significant step toward rebuilding the offensive line, ensuring stability for their offense in the years to come. With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan. The Buccaneers add a dynamic weapon to their offensive scheme by selecting Colston Loveland, the versatile tight end from Michigan. Loveland has been a key playmaker for the Wolverines, showcasing his elite route running, strong hands, and the ability to create mismatches against defenders. In his final season, he recorded 60 receptions for 850 yards and 9 touchdowns, solidifying himself as one of the top tight ends in college football. Over his collegiate career, Loveland totaled over 1,800 receiving yards and 17 touchdowns, while also proving to be an effective blocker in Michigan's run-heavy system. His combination of size, athleticism, and football IQ makes him a well-rounded prospect capable of excelling in both the passing and running game. For the Buccaneers, this pick gives them a high upside tight end to complement their offense, proving quarterback Baker Mayfield with a reliable security blanket in the middle of the field. With star receivers like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin commanding attention on the outside, Loveland's ability to work the seams and create red zone opportunities will add another dimension to Tampa Bay's attack. His blocking ability to help improve the run game, making him an ideal fit in the Buccaneers' offensive system. Loveland has the potential to become one of the NFL's top tight ends and a cornerstone piece for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense moving forward. With the 20th pick in the NFL Draft, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting Omarion Hampton, running back, North Carolina. The Pittsburgh Steelers add another weapon to their ground game by selecting Omarion Hampton, the physical and explosive running back from North Carolina. Hampton has been a dominant force in the ACC, blending power, vision, and breakaway speed to create big plays on the ground. In his final season with the Tar Heels, he rushed for over 1,600 yards and 18 touchdowns, earning first-team All-ACC honors. Over his collegiate career, Hampton totaled over 3,500 rushing yards and 35 touchdowns, proving himself as one of the most productive and consistent running backs in the nation. For the Steelers, this pick reinforces their commitment to a strong rushing attack and gives them a dynamic complement to Jaylen Warren. While Warren provides a bruising downhill presence, Hampton brings a blend of power and acceleration that can help balance the workload and keep the ground game fresh throughout the season. His ability to contribute as a receiver out of the backfield also adds another dimension to Pittsburgh's offense. With a solid offensive line in place and a run-heavy identity, Hampton is the perfect addition to help the Steelers control the block and wear down opposing defenses, making their offense even more dangerous heading into the future. With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the LA Chargers selecting Mike Green, edge from Marshall. The Chargers add a disruptive pass rusher to their defense by selecting Mike Green, who was a dominant force for the Thunder Herd, using his quick first step, relentless motor, and raw power to wreak havoc in opposing backfields. In his final season, he recorded 11.5 sacks, 16 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles, earning Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year honors. Over his collegiate career, Green amassed 25 sacks and 40 tackles for loss, proving his ability to consistently generate pressure off the edge. For the Chargers, this pick is a strategic move to bolster their pass rush, especially with the veteran leadership of Khalil Mack aging and Joey Bosa departing from the Chargers. Green's high motor and ability to bend around the edge makes him an ideal fit for the Los Angeles' defensive scheme. He can contribute immediately in a rotational role while developing into a future star alongside Mack. With Green's knack for getting after the quarterback and disrupting the run, the Chargers add a key defensive playmaker to help solidify their front seven and keep pace in the ultra-competitive AFC West. With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the Denver Broncos selecting Caleb Brown, running back, Iowa State. The Denver Broncos add a powerful and dynamic presence to their backfield by selecting Caleb Johnson, the hard-nosed running back from Iowa State, with the 22nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Johnson has been a workhorse for the Cyclones, showcasing his rare combination of size, vision, and breakaway speed. In his final season, he rushed for 1,450 yards and 16 touchdowns while averaging 5.8 yards per carry, earning first-team All-Big 12 honors over his collegiate career. Johnson accumulated over 3,700 rushing yards and 40 total touchdowns, proving his ability to carry an offense and wear down defenses. For the Broncos, this pick provides a much-needed boost to their rushing attack as they look to establish a more balanced offense. With uncertainty surrounding the future of their current running backs, Johnson immediately steps in as a three-down back capable of handling a heavy workload. His ability to break tackles and create yards after contact fits perfectly with Denver's offensive philosophy, while his passing ability adds another dimension to the attack. Whether paired with an improving offensive line or new-look quarterback situation, Johnson gives the Broncos a reliable, every-down back who can take pressure off the passing game and help control the tempo in the rugged AFC West. So as we transition into the 23rd pick in the 2025 MLB NFL mock draft, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. The Green Bay Packers can strengthen their secondary by selecting Malachi Starks, the instinctive and hard-hitting safety from Georgia, with the 23rd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Starks has been a cornerstone of the Bulldogs' defense, known for his elite range, physicality, and ability to make plays both in coverage and near the line of scrimmage. In his final season, he recorded 75 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 8 pass breakups, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Over his collegiate career, Starks amassed over 200 tackles, 10 interceptions, and multiple forced fumbles, proving himself as one of the most versatile and reliable safeties in the nation. For the Packers, this pick fills a major need in the defensive backfield as they look to kind of improve a secondary that has struggled with consistency in recent years. Starks' ability to play deep coverage, support the run, and match up against tight ends or slot receivers makes him a perfect fit in Green Bay's defensive scheme. His leadership and high football IQ will allow him to contribute immediately, whether that's as a single high safety or in a move that's more of a hybrid role. With Starks patrolling the back end, the Packers add a playmaker who can elevate their defense and help them compete for years to come. With the 24th pick, I have the Vikings selecting Gray Zabel, O-line, North Dakota State. The Minnesota Vikings can bolster their offensive line by selecting Gray Zabel, the versatile and physical offensive lineman from North Dakota State, with the 24th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Zabel has been a dominant force in the FCS, showcasing excellent technique, strength, and versatility across multiple positions on the offensive line. In his final season, he anchored North Dakota State's offensive front, allowing just one sack and consistently paving the way for one of the top rushing attacks in the nation. Throughout his collegiate career, he earned multiple All-MVFC honors and helped NDSU maintain its reputation as one of the best programs in the country for developing NFL-ready linemen. For the Vikings, this pick is all about solidifying protection for their quarterback and improving the run game. Zabel's ability to play both guard and center gives Minnesota flexibility and how they develop him, potentially allowing him to step in as an immediate starter on the interior. With the Vikings looking to establish a more balanced offensive attack, Zabel's physicality and high football IQ make him an ideal fit for their blocking schemes. His addition helps ensure that Minnesota's offensive line remains strong as they continue building toward playoff contention. With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I had the Houston Texans selecting my hometown homeboy, Nick Emmanwori, cornerback / safety from South Carolina. The Houston Texans fortified their secondary by selecting Nick Emmanwori, the athletic and physical cornerback from South Carolina, with the 25th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Emmanwori has been a standout for the Gamecocks. Known for his ability to lock down wide receivers with a combination of speed, size, and aggressive playmaking. In his final season, he recorded 4 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and 60 tackles, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Over his collegiate career, Emmanwori showcased his ability to disrupt passing games, totaling 10 interceptions and consistently providing solid coverage against some of the SEC's top wideouts. For the Texans, this pick addresses a significant need in the secondary as they look to build a defense capable of competing in a high-powered AFC South. Emmanwori's ability to match up with both speedy and physical receivers makes him an excellent fit in Houston's defensive scheme. His ball hawking skills and high football IQ will add an immediate playmaking presence to the Texans' defensive backfield. With Emmanwori, the Texans improved their coverage unit, giving them a young cornerback who can develop into a cornerstone piece of their defense for years to come. I may butcher his name, so I apologize in advance if I do. But with the 26th pick, I have the Los Angeles Rams selecting Oluwafemi Oladejo, O-lineman, Minnesota. The Los Angeles Rams bolstered their offensive line by selecting Olawafemi Oladejo, the powerful and technically sound offensive lineman from Minnesota, with the 26th pick overall in the 2025 NFL Draft. Oladejo has been a key figure in the Gophers' offensive front. Known for his exceptional strength, agility, and ability to dominate defenders in both on the run and pass game. In his final season, the anchored Minnesota's offensive line. He anchored that, allowing only 2 sacks while paving the way for one of the top rushing attacks in the Big Ten. Oladejo's combination of power and quickness make him one of the top offensive linemen in college football, earning all Big Ten honors and helping his team maintain a balanced offensive attack. For the Rams, this pick is all about protecting their quarterback and ensuring a balanced offensive approach. With questions surrounding the future of their offensive line, Oladejo provides an immediate upgrade to both the pass and run block units. His ability to anchor the left side of the line, coupled with versatility to play guard or tackle, allows Los Angeles flexibility in how they deploy him. Might butcher his name as well, so I apologize. With the 27th pick in the 2025 why do I keep wanting to say MLB? NFL mock draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Azareye'h Thomas, cornerback, Florida State. The Baltimore Ravens add a versatile and ball-hawking cornerback to their secondary by selecting Azareye'h Thomas from the Florida State Seminoles with the 27th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Thomas has been a standout for the Seminoles, known for his aggressive playstyle, size, and ability to make key plays in critical moments. In his final season, he recorded 5 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and 55 tackles, earning first-team All-ACC honors. Over his collegiate career, Thomas accumulated 8 interceptions and demonstrated his ability to shut down top-tier wide receivers, making him one of the top cornerbacks in the nation. For the Ravens, this pick is crucial to fortifying their secondary and adding a playmaking presence to their defense. The team has a long history of developing strong defensive backfield players, and Thomas fits well with Baltimore's physical, high-pressure defensive style. His ability to play both man and zone coverage along with his ball skills and awareness will immediately improve the Ravens' pass defense. Thomas's competitive nature and leadership will make him an ideal fit in the Ravens' secondary, giving them a young cornerback who can also maintain their defensive dominance for years to come. With the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, I have the Detroit Lions selecting Walter Nolen, defensive tackle, Texas A&M. The Detroit Lions strengthened their defense by selecting Walter Nolen, disruptive and powerful defensive tackle from Texas A&M, with the 28th pick overall in the 2025 NFL Draft. Nolen has been a dominant force in the trenches, known for his explosiveness, size, and ability to collapse the pocket. In his final season, he recorded 7 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Throughout his collegiate career, Nolen consistently showcased his ability to control the line of scrimmage and wreak havoc on opposing offenses, making him one of the most sought-after defensive prospects in the draft. For the Lions, this pick addresses a critical need on the defensive line as they continue to improve their defense. Nolen's ability to play both the 3 technique and 1 technique defensive tackle positions provides the Lions with flexibility and an immediate upgrade in both run defense and pass rush. His athleticism combined with his raw power and high motor make him a perfect fit for Detroit's defense. With his focus in creating pressure and disruptive plays in the backfield, Nolen's addition will help the Lions solidify their defensive front, enabling them to control the line of scrimmage and improve against both the run and the pass as they continue to build a championship contending team. With the 29th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jahad Campbell, linebacker, Alabama. The Washington Commanders add a dynamic playmaker to their linebacker corps by selecting Jahad Campbell, the standout linebacker from Alabama, with the 29th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Campbell has been a force for the Crimson Tide, known for his sideline-to-sideline range, physicality, and play recognition. In his final season, Campbell recorded 100 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks, earning first-team All-SEC honors. His ability to read offenses and adjust on the fly, along with his instincts and tackling ability, make him one of the top linebacker prospects in the draft. For the Commanders, this pick addresses a need for an athletic and versatile linebacker who can impact both on the run and pass defense. Campbell's ability to play in multiple linebacker spots, his pass coverage skills, and his ability to rush the passer will immediately contribute to Washington's defense. With a growing need for defensive playmakers, Campbell's presence will add speed, physicality, and intelligence to the Commanders' defense. His leadership and high football IQ will also help him anchor Washington's linebacker group, further solidifying their defensive unit as one of the toughest in the NFC. With the 30th pick in the 2025 NFL mock draft, I have the Buffalo Bills selecting national champion Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, Ohio State. The Buffalo Bills enhanced their offense by selecting Emeka Egbuka, the dynamic wide receiver from Ohio State, with the 30th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Egbuka has been a standout target for the Buckeyes, known for his route running, agility, and ability to make plays in all areas of the field. In his final season, Egbuka recorded 1,350 receiving yards, 10 touchdowns, and 85 receptions, earning first-team All-Big Ten honors. His ability to stretch the field, make tough catches in traffic, and provide consistent production over his collegiate career makes him one of the top wide receiver prospects in the NFL Draft. For the Bills, this pick adds a much-needed weapon to their receiving corps, alongside people like Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. Egbuka's ability to create separation with his quickness and precise route running will help open up the offense and provide quarterback Josh Allen with other reliable options. His versatility allows him to line up both inside and outside, making him a tough matchup for any defense. Egbuka's speed and hands make him a dangerous deep threat, while his consistency as a possession catcher will give the Bills a balanced receiving group. His addition gives Buffalo the playmaking ability to take their offense to the next level as they continue their pursuit of a Super Bowl championship. Now with the 31st pick, this pick is a bit crazy if they get this to actually happen, but this is just a guy that I just could not see going past the first round, and on most mock drafts that I see, they do have him going past the first round. So I thought of the last couple of picks constructed, this would be the best team for him. I don't see why not. So, with the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL mock draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Quinshon Judkins, running back, Ohio State. So national champions going back to back, national championship teammates going back to back. The Kansas City Chiefs add a powerful and explosive running back to their offense by selecting Quinshon Judkins from Ohio State. I almost said Ole Miss's first team. With the 31st overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Judkins has been a standout in the SEC, known for his combination of speed, power, and vision. In his final season, he rushed for 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, and averaged 6.3 yards per carry, earning first-team All-SEC honors. Judkins has been a workhorse for the Buckeyes, consistently producing big plays and being a key component of their offensive success. And now, finally, with the last pick, who's going to be known as Mr. Irrelevant this year, it's going to be who I think the Philadelphia Eagles will select: Jahdae Barron, cornerback, Texas. The Philadelphia Eagles close out the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft by selecting Jahdae Barron, the standout cornerback from Texas. Barron has been one of the top defensive backs in the country, known for his playmaking ability, coverage skills, and physicality. In his final season, Barron recorded 4 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and 45 tackles, earning first-team All-Big Ten honors. His ability to lock down wide receivers and make big plays in crucial moments of the game has made him a top prospect amongst cornerbacks in the draft. For the Eagles, Barron is a perfect fit to further strengthen their already strong defense with a secondary that features talented corners and safeties. Barron's addition will bolster their ability to compete in a division with a high caliber wide receivers. All right, that's going to be it for me. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Without further ado, don't underestimate, appreciate. Gone.